It's Beer O'Clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Schneider's, and this is a bottle of their Bayrisch Hell. 4.9% ABV. The brewery is Georg Schneider and Son. It's in a brown bottle, fresh out of the fridge, cooled this one down. It's a stinking hot day today here in the UK. Thought to myself, I need something cold and refreshing. Hence there's a lot of Helles, hence there's a lot of Pilsner on the channel at the moment. There's the bottle cap. Produced in Bavaria, Germany since 1928. Multiple awards it's got here on the back. And a Bayrisch beer kind of symbol that it's in the Bayrisch area of Germany. Let's get it out. Let's get it out into a glass and see what we get. Now, a year ago, if you're interested, by the way, just over a year ago, I actually reviewed Schneider Bayrisch Hell on my Philips Perfect Draft beer machine. So if you want to see the keg review of that, of course, please put it into the YouTube search and find Bayrisch, Schneider's Bayrisch Hell Perfect Draft review. Because, I don't know, maybe it's different from the bottle. It's always nice to have a variety, and it's always nice to drink keg beer if kind of that's your thing. We got a 3-finger white head, straw coloured beer, lots of carbonation rolling up the glass. Looks really, really, really good. Let's get the aroma. Yeah, now I'm going to be perfectly honest. I've just finished reviewing a Pilsner. And the difference between a Pilsner and a Helles Lager is that the Helles Lager is slightly more dialed back in terms of the hops. And you definitely get a little bit more of the aroma of the grain from this particular beer over the Pilsner I just reviewed. It's definitely more kind of wafer-like, biscuit-like. A little softer, a little gentler. If you're a big fan of Pilsners, if you're a big fan of big hoppy kind of bitter Pilsners, then stick with drinking Pilsner. But if you're not a fan of bitter Pilsners and you want something a little bit dialed back, a little bit more malty, then maybe look at the Helles Lager, because I think it's a fantastic style of beer personally. I'm a massive fan of it. It's just got this nice, almost like slight kind of worty aroma to it. The beer was kindly sent by our channel sponsor, beersofeurope.co.uk. Thank you very much to Beers of Europe for sending. There's a link in the description box of the video if you want to visit Beers of Europe. And you might want to do that because if you've been on holiday, if you've worked away, if you were drinking something marvellous, something terrific that you fell in love with, and now you're back home in the UK and you want to find that beer. You were desperate to find that beer that you will really enjoy drinking whilst working away. Then the best place to find it is beersofeurope.co.uk. It really is. It's a fabulous place. Literally hundreds and thousands of beers, either on the website or in their massive warehouse in Norfolk. I've always wanted to go there. If you're in the Norfolk area, please visit Beers of Europe. Apparently, I've not been. They've been my channel sponsor for over 10 years. But apparently the warehouse is just super massive, full of beer. And now they've got a restaurant as well, which, beer, restaurant, what's not to love? If you're like me, living in Wales, too far away, maybe just, you know, crack on and visit their website and order the beer through there. I'm going to dive into this one then. Cheers, everybody. Very nice. Very, very nice. Again, I'm going to talk about it again. It's a slightly dialed back. If you're wondering what a Helles lager is, the best way I can describe it, it's a dialed back Pilsner. The malts are more prominent. You get more of a biscuitiness, more of a breadiness. I'm not talking about kind of like English ale. I'm not talking about English ale. It's definitely a lager. Definitely a German lagered beer. Lager means store. But it's just the quality of the malts they use that I really, really kind of love regarding Helles lager. It's the reason why I drink so much Helles lager. It's just the quality of the malt. And what's interesting about this whole process is that I just reviewed a Pilsner. I'm just drinking a Helles lager now. As much as I love that Pilsner, I'm equally enjoying this Helles lager. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. It was over a year ago, but there's no difference really from the perfect draft to the bottle. It's impossible to do a side-by-side, and it's impossible to be 100% sure. But I remember a year ago really enjoying the Schneider Helles lager, the Bayrisch Hell on the perfect draft. And all I can say to you today is that I'm equally enjoying this beer standing in front of the camera, drinking it out of a bottle. It's very, very good beer. It's good quality beer. Schneider's Bayrisch Hell, as pristine, characteristic and pure as its homeland, southern Bavaria. Brewed with 100% Bavarian ingredients and handcrafted in the traditional method by the 6th generation of the Schneider brewers family. Its straw yellow colour is impressive as it is balanced, refreshing and highly drinkable aroma with a subtle malt body and a flowery hop aroma. A Helles as it should be, or a real Schneider's cheers, brewed according to the German purity law, the Bavarian purity law they're calling it, of 1516. 1516. What are we talking? Over 500 years. Over 500 years of producing great beer with malt, hops, yeast and water. I hope one day that the UK follows suit and they bring out their own kind of beer purity law. Because for me, this is some of the best drinking beer in the world. And it's some of the best drinking beer in the world because the brewers have had to think for hundreds of years how to use those 4 ingredients they're only allowed to use to call it beer. How can they produce the best beer possible with those 4 ingredients? It's really good. It's really, really good beer. I'm ready to rate it. Helles lager, absolutely fantastic. Stone the Crows, 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.